Yeah, well, I thought we might be in trouble this morning when I found out it was Skip Burtman's birthday, and I know how that leads to things, and you know, especially in this tournament. But look, we did a lot of great things to win that game tonight, and we did a few things that obviously caused us to lose the game. So it's a hell of a game. Both sides did things to win. Both sides did things to lose. They got the one more hit, and look, we got to wear it today, and we'll be ready to go tomorrow like we have been all year.
All right, let's take questions for Cole, please. Please raise your hand if you have one. Anyone? On the second row, on the left.
Cole, you're continued to hit the ball well. Can you take us through the at-bat in the sixth on the 2 RBI single?
I mean, I felt like Christian Little's got a really good fastball. He's had a really good fastball since we were 14, so, I was geared up for it and threw a cutter away, and I felt like I just stayed through it just enough to hit it in that gap and have a good at-bat for my team.
All right, on the right side, third row.
Cole, obviously giving it everything you could after the effort 2 days ago. Do you notice any fatigue or anything different about Chris in the ninth inning from behind the plate?
No, I didn't. I mean, I thought Chris was himself. I thought, maybe a few pitches got back to the middle of the plate, but I thought Chris was himself. And, like I told him after the game, nothing to hang his head about. I mean, he's an assassin up there, and just keep doing what he's doing.
Next question for Cole. In the center of the room, second row.
Hey, Cole, when Matt came out to chat with Chris there, and I think it was the ninth, what did he say to Chris and you guys, in that moment?
It was more of like just making sure we're covering everything if he was to bunt there. But, Matt at the end of the day told Veach, like, hey, it's time to like buckle down and be who you are, and stuff just didn't go our way.
Any more questions for Cole? If not, Cole, we appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.
See you again tomorrow. All right, if there are questions for Coach, please raise your hand. And right here on the fourth row on the right.
Alex Day, College Baseball Central. Coach, was there any hesitation in going to Veach in that situation with him having thrown 67 pitches on Tuesday?
No, he made it very clear that if we got in the right spot, that he felt he had probably 3 to 4 outs in him. He made it very clear, and we were in the right spot. This he's obviously done for the weekend. We had made the decision that if he did pitch today, that would be it for the week. So everything lined up, and you know what? He made some pitches, and they put the ball in play, and it found some holes. So sometimes it just is what it is.
Center of the room, second row.
Jack Belcher, GamecockCentral.com. Mark, when you guys are up by 3, you try pulling off the double steal. What kind of went into that decision, and how much do you feel like that play impacted what ended up happening in the game?
No, there was a left-on-left matchup. We had the right guys on the bases speed-wise. It's a play that we work on, and Monty thought it was the right time to try it. And, again, we didn't come here to play scared. We came here to play aggressive and push the envelope and do some things that we think, might help create runs. And, again, you do a lot of things that work out. You do some things that don't work out. That's why it's competitive athletics.
Right next door.
How obviously a game this close to have 4 errors and the ones late in the game, how tough is that, and anything to pin those on? Or
I mean, that was clearly the difference in the game. They made no errors. We made 4. Clearly, that was the difference in the game. And the ball to Gavin, it was almost like a cue ball. He did everything he could to try to get down and get in front of it. And it snuck through him. And look, it was a tough play. It was unfortunate. Nothing you can do about it now.
In the front row.
Coach Riley from The Advocate. Coach, this is the first time your team has faced LSU this season, but I don't know how much time you had to prepare for them, but obviously they had a really slow start to the year and have really turned things on lately. What do you think has been the difference for this team in terms of them just playing much better baseball as we head to the postseason?
Well, it's LSU. I mean, they're supposed to be one of the best teams in the country, and generally they are. So at some point, when you have Tommy White, when you have Jared Jones, when you have Hayden Travinsky, you got a lot of good players. Thatcher Hurd is still a guy that helped them win a World Series last year, started the game for them. They've got good players. I mean, they've got good players. And, again, we talked about it in Columbia some. There are ebbs and flows to the game, to the season. teams go through things. I know they went through an unbelievably tough stretch in the middle of the season. It happens. It's the SEC. So at the end of the day, I think we're all really enjoying this week, the competition, the pageantry. But I think come next week, I think we're all going to be happy to get out there and not have to look at each other.
Right side, third row.
Alan Cole, GamecockScoop.com. You got 2 true freshmen on the mound for your first 2 pitchers today. What did you see from Pitzer and McCoy, and do you feel more confident maybe using them in a regional after getting their feet wet in the postseason today?
I mean, it was really good. They needed that kind of experience. They needed that stage. They're very talented. They're going to be really good moving forward, and they needed it. You know, whether it worked out or whether it didn't work out, they needed this experience for their growth. And they probably both wish they would have done a little bit better, but thought they had their moments. And again, they'll be better because they were in front of that crowd on that stage, and they'll be much better because of it.
Back row in the center.
Phil Kornblut, Sports Talk Media Network. I guess it was baseball fate that Braswell comes up in that situation. What were your thoughts, maybe just seeing one of your former guys there in a position to beat you guys?
Yeah, I think I felt a little bit like Tim Corbin watching Parker Noland and Gavin Cassis. It's the age we're in, the transfer portal age. Guys are moving around to different teams and trying to make the most of their careers, and that's something you don't begrudge anybody.
On the right, fourth row.
On the sacrifice fly that tied the game, you went out to chat with the umpires. Were you trying to challenge something there, or
Yeah,
what was that?
we were just trying to see if they were absolutely 100% positive, because we had already appealed it, and the umpire was right there, and they just felt like there was no reason to go look at it, and we didn't go. But we talked about it, and the umpire assured me that he was 100% positive the guy did not leave early. At second.
Front row.
Coach, how have you seen Michael Braswell's game evolve since he's departed for South Carolina?
Yeah, we didn't play them this year, so it's hard for me to say. Outside of today, that's a hard thing to say.
Any more for Coach in the back center?
So when you have a tough loss like this, you got to turn around and play tomorrow afternoon against a really good Kentucky team.
Yeah.
I mean, you concerned that your guys have emptied their tank? Is there anything left in the tank?
Yeah, I mean, again, if you watch our guys love to play. There was disappointment in that dugout. It stings, and the only reason it stings is because it matters so much, and they love playing together. So they get a chance to do it again tomorrow. That was our message. If it didn't sting so much, it's because it doesn't mean that much. And look, it was a hell of a game. It's a hell of a week, and it's going to serve us well moving into next weekend. One of these teams was going to be very disappointed coming in here tonight. Today's our turn. But it doesn't do anything for our resolve to continue to get better, continue to support each other, and be ready for the next one.
All right, any more for Coach? If not, Coach, thanks for your time. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody.